So if I had one piece of advice to an 8th grader going into high school, it would be to study hard, but don't let grades like define your high school experience. Don't fixate on them singularly, because there's so much more that high school has to offer that you can be a part of outside of that.
Hi! A piece of advice I have for the 8th graders is to make sure to cherish every moment of high school. Obviously, it sounds cliche and everybody says it, but high school goes by so quickly, and it's important to make sure that you have your priorities straight when you go into high school and you keep it that way.
Okay, my advice for someone new to the student ministry is just put yourself out there and do whatever, because honestly, you don't have much time and you don't want to look back with any regrets. You just want to know that you used every moment you have at the church to its full potential, because it's really fun and meaningful when you actually look back.
Hey, piece of advice that I would like to give to an incoming freshman would to be seek friendships within the church, because those friendships that you find, they'll help you just grow closer to God and help you pursue your faith even more.
Hi everyone, I have the key to success in high school to share with you incoming freshmen this year, and that is to create good habits early on in school. The first semester of high school can be really scary, to be honest, but as long as you keep to the deadlines and you learn how to study for tests and you do your homework on time, you will be just fine and you will survive. And creating these good habits will help you later in life too, because you'll know how you work best.
My advice for 8th graders is just to get involved. I know everybody says that, but really you'll meet some of your best friends here, and especially if you hang out with them outside of church, go to church every Sunday with them, you start to get to know them really well, and they become some of your best friends.
A piece of advice I would give to an incoming freshman this year would be to throw yourself into everything that you possibly can. Take every opportunity and connect with as many people as possible. Those connections, especially in the church, are super crucial in getting through high school together. And I just hope that y'all have opportunities to both get involved in your school and in the church. And I would also just advise y'all to be optimistic, to look forward, to remember that there are things that do get better, even though it gets really hard in the moment, to keep pushing through, because it's super worth it in the end when you get to graduate with all your best friends.
And some advice I give to an 8th grader is to have fun.
The advice that I give to my 8th grade self is to, be optimistic about, everything.
And some advice I'd give to any 8th grader: let your expectations for the future go, because God has some great plans for you, and they're probably not what you expect. There's going to be some times that are going to be really hard in high school, but they are so overshadowed by the spectacular and great things that God is going to do for you. There's going to be some of the best experiences in your life in high school, and there's just so many good things to come. So just look forward to it and be open to whatever God leads you into. All right, that's it.
And for those of you who are 8th graders who are watching this, get ready for the biggest challenge of your life, because high school can be a very difficult time. And also make sure that you stay on track with your work and just make good grades and be who you are.
Hi, my name is Jaxie Eisbrand, and my advice to incoming freshmen is to just give everything you've got to any given event at St. Andrew, and just give everything a chance, because you're most likely going to enjoy it way more than you thought you would.
My advice to 8th graders would be to not get too over-competitive with your classmates. Just try your best and do things that you enjoy, because everyone's going to end up in places that they're happy with, and everyone's going to do okay in the end. So don't constantly compare yourself to other people. Just worry about what you want to do.
Hi, incoming 8th graders. I guess all I can say is good luck in your high school journey, and make sure you associate yourself with the right people. Find someone to keep you accountable, whether that's an adult or a peer, and make sure you make the right choices along the way. It's really important.
Hey, student ministry, I'm Kaylin. So my advice to graduating 8th graders would be to find your identity in God.
not in who your friends are or what you do, because God is the only thing that's stable. And I mean, I really struggled with that when I was in high school, and I kind of let other people's, either praise of me or criticism of me get to me and define me, and that's not what defines you. And it's not your grades either, it's God, because you are a child of God. And so I would really stress that.
Hi, my advice I would give to an incoming freshman is just to soak up everything you can, because it just goes by so fast and you don't even realize how fast it is going. So just soak up everything you can while you're here. I would also say, if you don't love something that you're doing, don't do it, because that is just time that you are spending on that thing that you don't love, that you could be spending at church or something else you do love. So I would say just don't do anything you don't have your heart fully into.
Alright, what's up, y'all? Alright, some advice to incoming 8th graders. Alright, so some advice that I could give y'all is to make the most of your high school career. It goes quick, it goes fast, it'll be gone in the blink of an eye. I thought it would be longer, but in reality it wasn't. But yeah, so just enjoy it while it lasts. Take in everything that you get from it.
If I had to give advice to an 8th grader entering high school, I feel like my greatest advice would be to just be yourself, because the one thing that I've learned is when you're not yourself, you never find your true friends, and it's not as enjoyable. And once I started to figure it out, I found people that I will talk to for the rest of my life, and I think that that's way more important than having a bunch of friends that you are never really genuinely close with. And I think my mom always says that it's better to have 4 quarters than 100 pennies. And throughout high school, I found that to be very true, because I would rather have my closest friends that will be there with me for the rest of my life than have a bunch of friends that I'm never truly close with.
One thing that I would say to any incoming 8th graders is that the bonds that you're going to form are going to be really important, and they're going to help you throughout the rest of your high school career. You'll meet a lot of great friends. Also, whatever you're learning, whether it's in small group or in the sermons themselves, really pay attention to those, because there's a lot of valuable lessons to learn, and you can grow with the people around you, and you'll also get a lot of great mentors.
My advice to the 8th graders is to just get involved in as many things as you can in the time that you have. Go to youth group, go to mission trip, Camp Impact, lighthouses, just get involved in everything you can in the youth group. And at school too, just try to do as many activities as you're able to, talk to as many people as you can, and just make the most out of the time you have in high school.
Hi. I think that some advice that I'd give to an incoming freshman coming into the youth group would be to just participate in as much stuff as possible, and just go to all the events that you can, and just make connections with people, because this youth group is where I've met some of my best friends and made some of my favorite memories. So yeah, I definitely say that I've met friends for life through this youth group. And yeah, just go to as much stuff as possible, because you'll meet the best people and have some really fun times.
So advice that I would give to an 8th grader going into high school is be the utmost kind you can to everyone around you, and just be yourself, because I feel that when you are being yourself, you attract a lot of like-minded people towards you, and you end up having this strong and healthy relationship of people that will always have your back.